What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We got a hair tutorial today, comb over type haircut on Asian hair. So we're putting some water in that hair, saturating it and directionalizing the hair, getting that water worked into the actual hair follicles. After we do this, we're gonna go ahead and start a traveling guideline from the cowlick up to the forehead. And we're just gonna make a traveling guideline. This center piece of the hair, the center guideline, is going to be used on the left side of the head and the right side of the head as a guide for our shear work. So you can see me traveling towards the front, then I'm going to pull all the hair towards myself and use that guideline that we created in the center and cut the hair level to that on the left side. Then we're going to go ahead and do the right side as well. The right side I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to go ahead and catch the overhang that's hanging over just for this specific client, and to make sure that we get that bridged into the fade area. So we're just gonna go ahead and do all of our shear work first. That way we know what we're gonna fade into on the top. Now after that, we're gonna take our bald line. We're gonna take our TPOB Ghost X Slime DLC edition trimmers, and we're gonna make our initial bald line. Now you can see me here balding it completely out, and I will show you it is very crucial to make reference points when doing this. Right there we have the eyebrow to that corner of that initial bald line that we made. That's going to be our reference point that we use on both sides of the head. You want to do this that way you keep some uniformity in your haircuts, that you keep some flow, that everything is as symmetrical as you could possibly get it. So that is what we're doing now, is balding all that out. So this is a DLC blade on this Ghost X trimmer. If you haven't seen my review and unboxing on that, go check that out. So you can see me here showing you the reference point that we created on the right side. We do the left side as well. I got the TPOB candy clipper lever open, and we're gonna make our initial panel of hair to fade into. And once we create this panel of hair to fade into, we're gonna close the lever all the way and open it one notch, fade up, open it one notch, fade up until we have this area completely balded out. Now both these clippers, the candy clipper and the DLC Ghost X trimmer, you can find at thepissedoffbarber.com. You can use my promo code JBlends to save yourself 15% off of your purchase. But you can see here this blend is coming together right here, this specific panel of hair. We want to make sure you're brushing the hair down as you fade to make sure that you get the most even cut you possibly could get. Now for the shape of this haircut, we kind of got like a drop on the back just to complement the occipital bone and to create some just bulk around the ridge of the haircut. Now I got that half guard on, lever open, creating another panel of hair to fade into, and then we'll close that lever all the way, open it one notch, fade up, open it one notch, fade up until we have that area completely completely blended. Now the notch system is very great for beginner barbers because it kind of gives you a reference point, gives you a guide on what notch is next, so that's very helpful. This clipper does have those notches on it, so it is easier to navigate your fade. Now you can see me here just working at that notch, or working at that lever, opening it up all the way until we get this area blended out. And you can find both unboxings and reviews of these clippers on my channel. If you just go back into my videos, I'll try to leave a card up on the top so you can see that, and a link in the description box where you can purchase these. You can buy them on Amazon and at thepissedoffbarber.com, depending on where you were at. And with Amazon, of course, with Prime shipping, you can get them in 2 to 3 days. So next thing we got here is some clipper over comb, and I'm just gonna bevel that bottom of the comb on his head and slightly raise the comb out, flare the comb out to create some shape here. And we're not going to completely use that clip over comb technique to get it completely blended yet. I do have that. I just wanted to lighten up that area so I have a more visual of what I'm fading into. Now we have the one guard lever open, and then we're going to go ahead and close that lever all the way and then begin to lever play and get this area faded out as well. Now with this specific texture of hair, it's very difficult. I am half Asian and half Native American, and it's ironic because those two hair textures are the most difficult hair textures for me to tackle. I think every other texture of hair is a lot easier for me, but those specific two textures are very hard because the hair is very straight, and any mess up that you do, if you bald it a little too much, you can really see it. This hair texture is unforgiving, so you got to be very tedious, very careful on how you tackle it. But just like any fade, we're going to tackle it with the same system, but we're just going to pay a little bit more attention. We're going to detail a lot more. So right now I'm just using the corner of the blade to get this area, this dark spot, knocked out, and it did give me a bit of a run for my money right here. I got the I got my money's worth of work right here, because there's a dark spot there that I could not get out for the life of me, and I'll come back to that. But now we have the 1.5 guard lever open. We're creating another panel of hair to fade into. And then once we open the lever all the way, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna fade with that guard. So we're gonna close the lever all the way, begin to fade up, open the notch, fade up, open the notch, until we have that area completely blended out. Now there's that dark spot you see right there on the side of his head, and I get to the detail portion of this haircut. I usually like to detail as I cut the hair, but I didn't notice it until after I was done fading. And the reason why I noticed it is because I was able to see in the camera. I looked in the camera and I was like, oh, there's a dark spot there. So that's one thing about cameras, is that they will reveal any fallacy, they will reveal any imperfection, blemish in your haircut. So anytime you do a fade, looking through the camera and see if you can see anything, and you'll see those blemishes, and it'll allow you to get those areas knocked out and detailed. So now we got the two guard on there, and we're just lever playing now and just getting that area blended out. But you can see here, if you tackle Asian hair, it'll come out nice and blurry if you tackle it the right way. I don't really have a large Asian demographic of clients, so that's one of the reasons why it's one of those most difficult things, because I don't really see it that often. So, but right now we got the clip over comb, no guard, and we're just trying to blend this area, trying to tie in the fade into the top bulk of the hair. And this can be a tedious process. You got to be careful when you're doing this, because you don't want to take too much hair off. Me personally, I like to have that lever open when I do clip over comb. Just, it allows me to have some cushion to mess up, so to speak. But now what we did to the right side, we will do to the left side, the same exact process, except there won't be any overhang on this specific side because that hair is combing over to the right. But once again, like I said, this texture of hair is very unforgiving. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't care to do Asian hair, or they're scared to deal with an Asian client, because the hair is very fine and it's very straight. But right now we're applying some spritz, and we're gonna go ahead and style this with our texture comb. Just gonna give it a light comb over. We're not gonna edge up the front. We will clean up the front, but not edge it up to a crisp edge up. We're gonna go ahead and just let that natural hair just swoop over to the right. Now I'm using those Ghost X Slime Edition DLC with the DLC blade to clean up little hairs that are on the forehead, and then we will give a very crisp predominant edge up to the vertical bars on the specific client. But you can see here that blend is looking nice. But right here we're tackling that vertical bar. And this Ghost X with the DLC blade is a game changer. I'm not sure if you use the Slime Edition, the original version with the stainless steel blade, but this with the DLC blade is a complete upgrade. So if you have used the one with the stainless steel, I suggest you get the DLC blade, Ghost X Edition, and try that out for yourself. But right here, what we do to one side, we're doing to the other side, and everything is just coming together. You can still see that dark spot, that dark line right there in the middle of his head that I have yet to tackle, but I will get to that detail work here in a second. That's one thing that I try to do, is just keep it transparent, let you see where I missed a spot or I have to go back and rework something. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I took a long process in detailing this area. Reason being is I did not want to take too much hair off that area and have to completely rework the fade. So I was being very careful not to bald it out more and have to create a higher fade, so to speak. So I'm just taking my time and detailing what I can see, and you'll see me step away from the actual fade a little bit, pull the clippers back right here, and then I look in the camera to see if that line is still there, and then I continue to work at that until I see it completely gone. Now, one thing you want to do is always detail your work to make sure that you put out the best possible product. There's enough franchise barbershops out there that get people in and out, but when people come to a barbershop, they're looking for that experience, they're looking for that time in the chair, they're looking for someone to take their time and give them a quality haircut. So you want to make sure that you are giving your customers the best possible product that they could get. and that is what I do every time. For the reason being, your client is a walking billboard. They are your marketing tool. You have to remember that every time they step out your chair, they're going to be around people. For instance, my client here, he owns and runs 2 restaurants here in town, so he sees people on the daily. But there is the cut. I appreciate everybody for taking the time out their day to watch this video. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, drop a like down there. Drop a comment below for some content you'd like to see. I appreciate everybody for supporting the channel so far. We just hit over 4K, and we're just pushing for 10K. That's the next milestone, the next goal. But that'll do it for this haircut. Detailing on this left side, then that'll tie it up, and there is the cut. Once again, I appreciate it for tuning in. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, turn on your post notifications, give this video a like, go follow the Pissed Off Barber on IG, go follow myself on IG at jblunts_. But that cut's looking nice and blurry, icy. Appreciate y'all for watching this video. Until next time, God bless.
On the track.